Hey,
What's
man.
up, man? Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, man. Yo,
Oh,
I
man.
appreciate you, man.
Oh, man. Pleasure, man. It's, I like to tap in with my real ones, man. You're making real music. So, man, it's only right we do it.
I try, man. There's plenty of fluff out there already, man. I feel like the people need somebody trying to give y'all something real from the heart,
For real, man. For real, man.
Everyday life,
For real, man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, no, for real, man. And I see you going hard. So, it's only right, man. I have to give people, man, I have a platform out here, man. I support people on, who are.
I see that, man. And like, you working with some of the biggest artists in the game, and for you to reach out and deal with some artists that's prominent in the underground, like that's a really good look, man. And like, artists need that out here, because at the end of the day, it's always cool to get the record deal, but I'd rather get them streams. And this is how brothers come up and get them streams and get their own bag, get their own money. So I appreciate you, brother.
No, for sure, man. Like I say, man, I'm a DJ, man. I came in this game for the music, man. And
yeah, man.
For fresh shit, man. So
I love the artistic freedom of being independent, to be honest. Like, who wouldn't want a big bag of money or a big lump sum to kind of get your flowers, so to speak. But at the end of the day, there's nothing like going into the studio and making the kind of mixtape you want to make, making the kind of album you want to make. If I want to say, I don't like NATO expansion, if I want to say free Julian Assange, I can say all that on my album and nobody can stop me. I can say I don't like vaccine passports. I can say when they going green and they messing up farmers all over the world, I don't like that. And I can say it on a song. I could still have a happy club song and have niggas rocking it, but still say something real and prominent that strikes the people, stuff that people's really going through. Like, I hear music that I like. I like a lot of the current music. I like the beats. I like the way it sounds, but I feel like that X factor is missing because people aren't talking about the real issues, the real current events, what's really going on. And when hip hop started, that's what hip hop was about.
For real, man.
You had club bangers, but they were club bangers where they had real social content, where people were like, oh, that's the struggle I'm going through. That's what my parents are going through. That's what people's is going through. So like, I kind of like try to bring that back with the music, have shit up to date, current that people rock to, but that got that real hint of reality, because there's a lot of real shit going on out here.
For real.
People you got NATO trying to start World War III for no reason. You got monkeypox out here. So you want to have fun in the club, but you want to have all of that with it. You want to talk about why is Bill Gates buying up all this farmland for no reason and acting like it's cool. You know what I'm trying to say? You want to talk about, why is the United States trying to start a war with China and Russia at the same time? And that's going to cause nuclear holocaust for everybody. Like, I love music, but there's more to life. And I try to incorporate all of that into who I am in my music,
Yo, man. Well, man, I hear it, and that's why I'm fucking with you, man. For sure.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like you say, man, we meant to, we live in this social media world now, man. This matrix world where
it's so fake. Where it's like it's nothing real. And I love the fact that you're in touch with the matrix. You manifesting, you altering things with it the way you want, and you helping artists the way you want. You kind of a gatekeeper, but at the end of the day, you still reaching out to the real. You reaching beyond the matrix. You fucking with the fifth dimensional. That there's real shit out here beyond what we see, man. And I like you for that, man.
For real, man. For real, man. We're living in a society of, lost souls, walking dead amongst us all.
I be seeing artists, right, that get 1 billion streams. I ain't gonna say nobody's name, right? But dudes get 1 billion streams. Dudes are prominent all across the world, but they get on these interviews and they talk about nothing. They don't talk about nothing real, nothing that's going on in the country, nothing. If anything, it's like they agree with the establishment. And people that don't agree with the establishment, they say, listen, if you don't agree with the establishment, they say you're complaining. They say, oh, you're just complaining, or he's bitter, or this or that. And I'm like, since when did hip hop artists start working with the establishment instead of against it? Like, the whole point of hip hop is speaking truth to power. So when did we just start putting on gaudy chains and being like like, what do they call it, in a minstrel show? Like, that's what hip hop has become. We're a huge minstrel show. Where's the real leaders? Where's the real leaders talk about real shit? And I'm not like, when I make my albums, you don't hear a bunch of positive shit. I'm not out here. I'm dead serious. Like I'm not like
positive out in the real world.
I'm not on just one wavelength.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Because like one thing Tupac said, I really love Tupac for is he said, every day I wake up, I feel different. Some days I wake up and I'm mad. I'm mad at the world. I'm angry. Some days I wake up and I'm positive. And like I love my woman, I love my kids, and I want to be a loving person and like live in a utopia. And some days I want to go to war with the system. So music should incorporate that. Every time you go to the studio, it should be how you feel that day. I feel, you know what I'm saying? Because music is an expression. So when I go to the studio, if I'm in that war mood, that's how my music is. If I'm in that enlightened mood where I want to drop some jewels and spread them light photons out of my brain, then that's the way my music is. If I'm loving and I'm on my lovey-dovey sucker shit, then that's how my music is, you know? It go according to my mood and my experiences for the day. And I feel like that's what makes my music engross and my people get into it.
Man, preach, man. You know what? Bogard, man, you sum it up. You know, the thing is, right, yeah, this is why I start my own thing, man, my own platform, because, you know, I've been in, I'm not afraid to say I've been in the world of having the commercial success. And I, you know, this thing of going to the top that people are, these brainwashed people are all inspiring to get to the top, realizing there's nothing there, right? And and you know, I've never been one for the system, never one to be systematic, you know, of what's that? Yeah, never been one for the system, never been one to be politically correct, to be, you know, to not honor myself, who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because look, at the end of the day, right? Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just vibing off what you were saying. I was feeling what you were saying. That's
no, man, I feel your passion for sure, man. You know, no, for sure. But you know, the thing is, right, is that when I've been in that world of understanding, I'm thinking, man, we're people, man. We come in this world, right, and we're supposed to be free. When you go in these establishments, these corporations and all that, you ain't free, man. You ain't free. You ain't free. You ain't free to be what? You ain't free to be. You're taught to be accommodating and be a puppet, to be fake. And, you know, I didn't want that. And I got in the game of music because I love music. I love real music. I love music that touches the heart, the soul. And, you know, when you go in these establishments, yeah, they've got these people who aren't even music, you know, not even DJs, right? In executive roles. No, fuck all about music. They can't even mix yet. And they're telling the DJ what to play in these established radio stations and all the rest of you can't play this.
And you know how many artists get discouraged and like give up because of that? Like me, I'm just retarded. So like, I don't give up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done lost girlfriends, women I really cared about certain situations. And not because people didn't believe in my talent, but they see that I wasn't getting the reception that I wanted from the industry and stuff of that nature. So, you know, people support you, but to a certain extent. After a while, people start feeling like, yeah, maybe I'm not supporting a winning horse. You know what I'm trying to say? People start feeling like maybe you're not going to make it, or maybe, you know, and then people are like, well, why do you have so much faith? Because, you know, you're believing in the unseen, especially when it's your goal, when it's your vision. But other people can't always see that. And you can't necessarily fault them for that. But it's something that you go through. So when these DJs, you know, they get controlled, so they control us, they limit a lot of artists, because I didn't give up, but think about how many artists probably did. You know what I'm saying? There might be thousands of artists, dope artists, way doper than me, that might have gave up in the last 10 or 20 years just because of the politics. You know, how many people can really keep putting out mixtapes, keep putting out albums, and not care that they're not getting the reception that you want, and just keep doing it. Like recently, I got blessed. When you just started playing me for no reason, I'm not gonna lie, I looked in my DistroKid, you know, my digital distributor one day. I got 33 million plays. I had like maybe 600,000 plays since I've been on DistroKid before you started spinning. And I want to say that on your station so I could show other people how you help, because you helped me, bro. So like, I'm a real nigga, and I want to say that I'm part of my language. I'm sorry. I'm a real person.
Yo,
I'm a real person.
Baby.
And I just want to say, like, yo, bro, you helped me, bro. I got 33 million streams now. So it's DistroKid gonna play with my money and take forever to give me my bread. But once I got that bread, I got over $100,000 now. Now I can make moves, and I don't need no record deal. Like, look at all the shit Mace say. Like, Mace, my son, I grew up listening to Mace, but like, look how Mace talk about 500 to 5,000. And that's cool if you could get somebody to give you that opportunity. But to get the opportunity yourself, for a real person to respect your music the way you did and spin me. And now I got that money myself. I don't have to ask nobody for shit. So I could keep being Bogard. I could keep being Charles and keep making music that's real to me and real to my fans, you know? And I feel like the universe gave me that. Like the universe gave me a record deal now. I don't need no deal because the universe gave me that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank you. I want to thank God. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just thank the universe and just keep it moving, man. And that's why I'm on here. And I'm loving the energy right now, man. So like, I really appreciate
yo, man, I'm loving the energy too, man. You just come on and took control of the interview, man. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't need to do shit here. Like, seriously, man, I don't need. And you know what, man? This is what I'm about. You know what? You know, when I got in this industry, right? My biggest thing is because I'm not scripted. I've never been a scripter. I speak from the heart. I speak from my truth, right? You know, back in the day when I was in the system, in the school academic system, and tell me, oh, you know, you're gonna get an award. You need to, you know, you need to write a speech and all that. I can't do that shit. That's not who I am, man. I have to speak from the moment and in the heart. And when I came in the radio industry, the biggest pressure that I was really scared about was doing interviews because this structure of, oh yeah, you gotta have this fucking pen and paper questions to ask people. And I'm like, nah, man, I have to go about the energy of what I'm feeling with the man, or the woman, or whoever I'm interviewing. Because at the end of the day, right, I work in my life. I work off personal relationships, people who are in touch with themselves and understand themselves, who I can have an intellectual conversation, something that's stimulating, and going back what you're saying, speaking about reality. Because, you know, I'm you know, some people will disagree with me, but I live in the real world. I don't live in this world, you know, I don't live in this world of.
I mean, it's like that's all you can do. Sometimes you have to remind yourself of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like sometimes you have to remind yourself of that. Like I try to put out like at least like 3-4 mixtapes every year, you know, whether it be a collab album, an album by myself, different things. But in order to do that and have that, you know, constant, consistent stream of music, I have to sacrifice other things in my life. So there's times when I'll do a radio interview and I don't have the big Dookie gold chain. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's not because it's far from me not having the money, but it's where my money's going. Like, think about it. Most countries in the West are going broke. These people have tried to sanction Russia. The shit is backfired. You got riots in the street, people trying to overthrow their governments, all type of shit. But you still got black dudes in British hoods and in American hoods acting like they're rich. I'm not knocking it. Don't get me wrong. Always got to be a go-getter, but you have to be realistic. If the American dollar's falling and all the Western capitals that are kind of fiat currencies under it, they're all falling. You're rich. You're a rapper. How are you a rich rapper? How are you so rich and you're doing so well, but your country's falling apart? You understand what I'm saying? So people really have to take these things into context. You know what I'm saying? When and that's what I mean. There's no realism in hip hop anymore. You know, you got people talking like everything's lit, everything like, yo, the country's falling apart. Saudi Arabia backs the American dollar. In the 1970s, America took their dollar off the gold standard. Every dollar in America used to be based off gold. So basically, you could go to a bank, you could give them your money, and you could get its weight in gold. They stopped that in the 70s with Nixon because they got on this Saudi Arabia wave where they wanted to back all the American money or Saudi Arabian oil. So they went to Saudi Arabia and they said, yo, look, check this shit out. Anytime somebody buy oil from you, they got to buy oil from you with American dollars. And that basically allowed us to spend way more money than we really have. It allowed us to print money like it's play money and like it's monopoly money. And we've been doing that since the 70s. And now everything's falling apart. We owe $30 trillion to what's supposed to be our greatest enemy, China. Doesn't make any sense. You got people in Europe that are nowhere near China that actually benefit from making trade and deals with China, trying to go to war with China because America's pressuring them to. Just like America's pressuring them to go to war with Russia. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of real shit going on beyond niggas getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the bag, bro. When I get off the phone, I'm going to get a bag. But at the end of the day, life is so much bigger than the bag. And if you just put all your energy into these little green slips of paper and you don't really think about the real picture and what's really going on, then you're always poor. You can have $3 billion and still be poor. To be honest, I see some of these rich, you know, guys like the Rockefellers and stuff, and I hear them talk about people like people are objects when they talk about depopulation and too many people here and all this type of stuff, and they're making big plans with your future. To me, these people are dead inside. It's like you got $4 billion, but you're poor.
Mm.
Yeah.
100%.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, shit is real, man. Like, shit is real. And I just try to give people the real of my music. And I hope the fans that are listening, if you like some of the shit I'm saying, you like, yo, he's an interesting motherfucker, then listen to my music, because my music is interesting too, man. You know, and I really care about my music, man. My music is all I got. I put everything into it. You know, so
yo, man, you know what I can tell? You know what? I don't support artists. This sounds funny. I don't support. What I mean by don't support artists, I don't support many artists, right, that put out projects who are just new in the game. Well, I mean, I won't call you new in the game, but you know what I'm saying? Who are just, you know, not on the big scales, you know, the commercial scales. And the reason why that is because they put out projects and it has no substance. It has no substance.
And like, don't get me wrong. Like, I listen to everybody. I listen to the current shit, and I'd be like, yo, I like that a lot of shit. I be loving shit, but I be like, I gotta put that real spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the sound of it. I like the way it go. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, as a real artist, I gotta have my own sound. I gotta put my own spin to it. And me, as the kind of passionate person I am, I gotta put that real shit in. Like, I gotta have that real talk where, like, dudes like, yo, did he just say that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I want a motherfucker at the Pentagon to be rocking and be like, hold up, what the fuck did he just say? Like, you know? You know what I'm trying to say? Yo. Like, I want you to be like, yo, follow that nigga around. What the fuck did he just say? You know what I'm saying? Like I just really try to give people that real, man. Or just like, you know, there's certain things like we all wish that we could hear somebody say, so we know it's not just a crazy thought in our head. So I try to do that in my music. So when you hear the music, a lot of times you'll hear shit that, you know, you might think, yo, I'm the only person who thinks that. But nah, a lot of people think that. And I try to have those moments in the music, so to speak. You know?
Yo, man. And, you know, like I say, you're doing it because, you know, when I heard, what was the project that I first heard on? Premeditated Millions.
I believe is the
that was the first. Yeah, it was the first project I got on. And I mean, you know, I'm a DJ, so you know, first off, you know, you're gonna listen to the beat. So, you know, is the beat got seasoning in? So, you know, with 15 seconds, I know if the song's catching me, you know, catch me. And then I'm start listening, you know, going through, listening to the rhythm. I'm like, yo, this guy's just, yo, man, this guy's taking it back. Do you know what I mean? Taking it back. You know what I mean? There's taking it back.
What I wanted to do on Premeditated Millions, I wanted to give people like a real like current album, but just like you said, like substance. And like I wanted it to not be like one dimensional. Like the first part of the album, I feel like the first half is like dark. And then like the second half is like light. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you know, I'm a Libra and I believe in balance. So like I wanted to make the perfect album. So I kind of wanted to make it balanced, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, so you know that's what I tried to do. But I'm glad like it resonated with you and others, and people liked it, and that it got me here talking to you now. You know, but being Virgilio's new album that I just dropped, Motion of Discovery Volume 2, that is the truth, yo. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, my solo album, but Virgilio's a super talented artist. You know?
Well, I've also checked out the first project. You know, so I didn't just listen to after the second, I was like, okay, we need to take it back today because I'm a believer. You do your history, man. Go back to, you know, understanding. And I was just like, geez, man. And, you know, it's amazing because I see the total different dynamics of both projects in terms of the, you know, it's like, it's all in one. It's like a part 1, part 2, but like the introduction of the old school on the last one to the one now. It's just like, it continues. And you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of got the, you know, so for me, to get the feel of the second one, you do need to listen to the first one. You know, if you're into the art, because I'm one of the people, listen, if I listen to people, and I fuck with the artist, I like to fuck with the artist. So I want to know what they're about. I want to see the journey.
With these two particular projects, I was kind of working on them at the same time.
Okay.
And, I finished mine first. But I was almost done with me and Virgilio's at the same time. So I think I was bouncing energies between the two projects. That's why you feel like kind of a cohesion between the two projects artistically. Because I feel like, you know, because I was working on them at the same time, you know, Virgilio telling me, yo, I like that song for your album, you know, shit like that. That was, it kind of like made the two albums kind of like have a similar energy, I guess. You know?
Well, man, well, like I say, man, it's you know, when you reached out and you said, I was like, yo, this man's got another project out already. I was like, geez. And no, man, it's only white, man. I give you your flowers, man. And was like, nah, man, I chop up with this guy still, man, because he's working, man. Do you know what I'm saying? He's actually working. There's people out here that putting shit out, they ain't working, man.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what
I mean,
man?
they might consider themselves
I
working.
be able to listen to my music too. Like, as a real artist, there's nothing worse than when you put out a song and like 3 years later you listen to it, you be like, why the fuck I put that out? Like,
Yeah.
You be like, damn, like every artist, I don't care, man. Every artist got that moment. You know, even Nas and Jay got a few, they like, damn, man. So I just try to I try to be very aware of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I try to make music that's going to be somewhat timeless. I mean, like, you know, we all fall short of the glory sometimes. But, you know, I feel like if you make 10 songs, if you can make at least 4 or 5 of them timeless, then you're on the right path. You know, and that's what I try to do. You know, if I have a project, you know, there's 14 songs in there, I want to make sure at least 11 of them are timeless. You know, I want all of them to be timeless, but I want to make sure at least the core body of the songs are timeless, old ages that everybody can listen to and really rock with. You know what I'm saying? And you can resonate with me. Like Snoop said one time, he said, like, a dope artist on his first album, he take you through his life. It's like a walk through his life. And that's true, man. That's one thing about Snoop's first album. You felt like you was pimping in Compton. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you think about Nas, like Nas took you to Queensbridge with him, you know, and he took you to his world with his depth of character, his knowledge of the world. And, you know, and who made you think about money more than Jay-Z? Like before anybody, he was out there with the suit and all that. Like his mind was on the money, and that's where he took you, you know. So with my album, I just wanted to take people, you know, into my world, you know, and kind of like really show them who I am, you know what I'm trying to say. And you know, that's all you can do as an artist, and just pray that it resonates with people.
Yo, for real, man. So how do you, you know, with music, how does it work for you, man? Like, how often are you, how do you just spin, how do you make your records, man? Like, how does it come about?
Sometimes, you know what I like to do? Moments. Like, let's say like, I have a bad argument with my lady. She cursed me out. She said some shit that like really hurt my feelings. I'm like, damn, I'm going to the studio that night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because that's how I deal with it. If I have a success, like a really good day, my money up, I'm feeling good about myself. That's when those confident, cocky tracks will come out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in that space, I'm in that energy where I'm on my square, I'm feeling myself. You know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes, you know, like, I could see something on the news that bothered me. Fucking cops shooting niggas 60 times again for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, this shit needs to be addressed. You know, and it shit bothered my spirit. So I go to the studio and I make a song about it. You know, and that's just how I try to do with the music. I try to always make sure that the music comes from a real place. You know what I'm saying? Even if I make like a fun song, like it might be some strip club shit, you know, some twerk shit. But at the end of the day, how I'm talking, what I'm talking about in regards to the female, I still want it to be some real shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is how I get down. This is how I really view women when I'm in that state of mind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's got to come from someplace real for people to be able to rock to it, I feel. You know? Like, I used to make music sometimes that I thought people, that I was like, this is the kind of music people like right now. And people wouldn't like this shit. And so I stopped doing that. I started making music that's just real. Something like I really got something to say about this particular topic, even if it's a fun song. I gotta have something to say about that issue, or I won't even do the song because it's like people won't resonate, you know. So and it makes music easy. Like if you make music about your shit that happened to you, you know what I'm saying, or like shit you're going through, it make the music really easy. You know what I'm saying? Because you just expressing, you know. So and it's more natural and not forced.
Yeah, man, I feel that. You know, you know, that's why I'm fucking with you, because, you know, there's a lot of people out here trying to, like, you know, the guinea pig race, you know what I'm saying? Like, pick me, you know, everybody's wanting to be seen by someone, and you're just out here making these mixtapes, doing it the old school way, do you know what I mean? Just banging them out, making real shit, you know, like real street music.
Eventually, I feel like the music, and don't get me wrong, there's been plenty of times I doubt myself, though. I get to 3 in the morning feelings where I'm like, why the fuck am I even doing this? But on some real shit, I feel like if I keep putting out quality music, there's no way the world can deny it. Like consistently. Like eventually people can be like, yo, he's dope. Like even if you're blackballed and like all the major artists are against you and they're like, this guy's toxic to the fucking fluff shit we're putting out. He's toxic to it. So we gotta like exclude him from everything. We can't include him. We can't mention his new tapes and shit like that. We can't have him freestyling on Flex. So that type of shit, you can't let that get to you. Keep your heart and soul, this is my formula, into the music. Because if the music is really fire, eventually people will come up to these haters and be like, yo, bro, why don't you fuck with Son? This shit fire. And there's only so many times somebody can hear that before they got to get rid of the blockage. You know what I'm saying? There's only so many times somebody could be like, damn, Flex, you heard Bogard new shit? Before he like, oh, man, like, all right, you know? And like, I'm not going to get mad at him or any DJ or any artist that, you know, ain't showing me love or giving me the kind of flowers I may want, because you got to work for that. You know, like people say, like, respect is earned. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody gonna like you. I don't like some niggas. Like some people I just don't like. You know, other people be like, yo, he cool. I'm like, nah, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, if I get to know him and he show me something, then that'll change. Yeah. You know, so I gotta remind myself of that sometimes. Like when I feel like somebody's blocking me from certain opportunities, or I'm like, damn, I fuck with this artist. How come you don't fuck with me or shit like that? That's when you have to remember these things. You have to remember that, yo, man, you know, maybe I gotta work a little harder to get this love. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it could be at the end of the day they're just an asshole. But I feel it's a better outlook. It's a better outlook to have on yourself. It's more healthy. It's less toxic for you to look at things like that. Like, fuck it. Let me just keep working. Maybe if I work a little harder, I'll get that respect. Or I'll get that appreciation. Or I'll get that opportunity. You know. And that's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. And I feel like I said, lately, since I met you and you gave me that opportunity and you spun D&D and all that, and I got all them streams, I don't think it's necessarily just because you played me, but I think between you, between DJ Lazy K and Shaq Fu Radio showing me love and other situations I got going on, sometimes they say luck is when hard work and opportunity meets. And I feel like that's all it is. It's just like, dude been putting out mixtapes, 3, 4, 5 mixtapes a year all these years, and you know, the music's quality music. He's dealing with a lot of different DJs. DJ Ron G, he showed me love a couple of years back. He was spinning me in Boston and shit like that. Like, so I just feel like it was an eventual thing. You know, a lot of DJs showing me love, the streets showing me love, respecting the realness of the music. You know, that's all it is, man.
You meet very few people who come with the realness these days, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just no filter, and that's, you know, it's refreshing, man, for sure. Especially in the music business, you know, it's nice to actually just sit down and have a, you know, an actual intelligent conversation. Do you know what I mean? With someone who has some value about themselves.
Hey, yo, man, you're equally refreshing. Like, you know, like I feel like that's why the universe aligned us together to do this, you know, and get up and talk like this, because like you're definitely different than any DJ I've ever spoken to. You know? And with your platform, yo, definitely, yo, with your platform and the wave you got, you could be very different than you are. You know what I'm trying to say? Giving people the opportunities you're giving them and not asking for nothing, and just, you like, yo, come up here with some real shit to say. Come up here with some real music.
Yo, that's what I'm asking for, isn't it, man?
That's what you want, you know? And that's like, it's so rare nowadays. It's almost like, wow. Like, you know, like as an artist who's been fucked around by some real, you know, like, you know, questionable characters. Music shit. I can say that a DJ like you's refreshing, man. So you're gonna have a lot of success, man. Like, you know, you're young, you're smart, and you know what you're doing. And I really see you on an international level, really doing your thing with this. You know, and I hope you working with me and other artists like really get you worldwide, because hip hop needs somebody like you that's about the real. You're about the music. You're about real people. You're about connecting. You're not about trying to get over. You're not about trying to get $50 in your PayPal.
Yo, man.
Like, you know,
man.
Like, you know, I really respect the real, man.
Man, I like to spend my time wisely, man. The one thing you ain't gonna get back in this world is your time, man. So, you know, my time's precious, more than fucking money, man. So if I'm gonna spend my time talking to someone, they better have something to say.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And listen, man, I feel like we baked a marvelous cake here, man. So I'm gonna let you go, and I just really appreciate like the opportunity so much, man. And I hope I have a chance to come up here and talk to you again, man. And I'm constantly putting out music, so you will hear some. You know, I got a project coming out Halloween, man. So all my peoples in the UK, man, y'all look out for that. And I just want to say thank you so much, and thank everybody in the UK that's been supporting the music, spinning the music. I love y'all. Thank you. Free Julian Assange. All my real artists, man, keep making real music, man. Keep doing what you do, man. Get them streams, man. Fuck them labels, man. Get your money, man. All right, and I appreciate you, man. I'll see you later, brother.
All right, man. We'll stay tapped in. Bless up, Bogard. Yeah, man.
You already know. Bless up, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. Speak soon.